Hello, hello. We're back again. So we do another random run. Here we go. Eve. Okay. Oh, that'd be interesting. Our seed is HZDQFT6H. Okay. Right off the bat, we've got that Z item. Not really that great. Let's see here. So yeah, our last run went pretty well for the most part. Got a little tough at the end, but we pulled it through thanks to that fortune teller machine and stuff. Got pretty lucky. Got a little sneeze coming on. Oh, well, I died. Oh, that was quick. Okay, let's try this again. LSPD T4MZ. LSPD. So, like, Los Santos Police Department from Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Oh, we got multi-dimensional baby, which is alright. Eve is kind of a tricky character at times. Like, you want to stay in the Whore of Babylon state, otherwise, like, obviously your damage and your speed is gonna, like, diminish. Also, you're on that threat of death knocking on your door. Let's see here. Well, we can't get to that. Well, hopefully this is a Spirit Hearts. No, bombs instead. Okay. Let's get this. What's it called in chest? Oh, there's some health. It's like our second, like, marked rock that didn't pay out with Spirit Hearts. That's fine. So, what is the topic today? I'm kind of running out of topics already. I guess we just talk about movies next, since just kind of go off from my last video about movies. Yeah, there've been quite a few movies I've seen last year. I died again. Okay, let's try this again. JM69BSCF. Yeah, BS, alright. Okay. Some movies. I've seen a lot of pretty good movies. Some old ones, some new ones and stuff. I had a chance to watch all the Rocky movies. Believe it or not, I've never seen any of the Rocky movies, including the Creed ones. And I thought it was really interesting because, like, for the longest time I've heard about the movies. I haven't had a chance to see them and stuff. I wasn't really into, like, boxing, or anything like that. And I died again. Oh, it seems like I'm just better with these runs, huh? That's fine. NPL86KQN. But yeah, like, I haven't been really too much into, like, boxing for the most part. But I know I was kind of into wrestling, particularly WWF, which is now WWE, of course. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and Vince McMahon and let's see who else. The Undertaker and all of them. And real different time back in the 90s, though, with when it came to wrestling and stuff. A lot of big things, big names are just being made. Like, The Rock, for example, like he stopped doing wrestling and then he got more into the movie business. Like Scorpion King and all them. Uh, that's interesting, and not so much with Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's been doing little things, I guess, here and there. Not sure what the Undertaker's doing, or if he's still around. Um, I think, if I recall, he was retiring recently or something. Or maybe it's another old wrestler. And what else? I mean, well, that's an interesting spot. I don't know if I really want that item, though. It's not worth it. Well, let's grab this. Come on. That isn't too bad. Give us a damage and not shot speed, but tears up, which is pretty nice. We got here. Okay, let's grab that. You know what? Might as well just grab that. It's a free item. Just costs us the bomb. Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of interesting too to kind of see like all these big stars. What's happening with them. Uh, yeah, it seems like WWE anymore is. I mean, it's totally changed. Obviously, it's been over 20 years since I've, kind of watched it and stuff for the most part. Um, it isn't as like dramatic and hyped as what it used to be. Probably because like the innovation of high-speed internet and people are doing more stuff outside of like watching television, which should be expected. Um, Especially with the COVID stuff too. I've noticed because of the regulations and stuff like that. Uh, there's been a lot less videos of crowds and stuff like that. Like, there's been screens posted where the crowds used to be, and so these individuals would probably have to pay some money to have a possible spotlight for the camera to record their webcams. And it's the strangest thing too, because like normally you see a bunch of screaming fans with signs, physical beings being there, but instead you got these screens where it just shows all of them in their homes sitting down in chairs and stuff. Sometimes you get some animals, sometimes you get stuff like that kind of going on. But it's like, it's not the same. It's got all these weird digital screens just all over the place. And I've noticed that too with like the NBA games and the baseball games. They're doing like similar things too. But recall, I think NBA or NFL or something. One of the two, maybe they were just doing it off and on, back and forth. But like, there was things where it's like, they got cardboard cutouts. And so I guess the thing about cardboard cutouts when they have it kind of displayed where the crowds used to be or should be, they have them on display. And I guess evidently some of them, or maybe all of them, maybe even to pay an extra fee for it, to have them displayed, and then have an extra cost too with like you can get your signature signed by one of the football players, the random ones or something like that. Which, that's okay, it's just kind of strange. Compared to like being in person and stuff, you can like actually get their autograph if you have a chance to. But that's kind of like competed against like a bunch of other people in the stadium, just thousands. I think they're easing up with those restrictions currently, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I don't really watch a whole lot of sports and stuff, but sometimes when I catch it in the news or whatever, I might get some glimpses of it. I used to attend a lot of like, local minor league baseball teams and stuff over the years. So they're kind of in between of like major and like little league, kind of, kind of an in between sister teams. They just kind of travel in the region, not so much national or anything. Not as big as like the big star ones, but I mean it's something. That's another thing too that's kind of changed is, you know, kids sports in general. Back then, back when I was little, back in the, 90s, like it was kind of the thing to do, so to speak. It was like you get on a little league baseball team or football team or whatever. It's just kind of a thrill of, playing a sport, like, doing something physical activity and competing. There's something special about that. Nowadays, it's like there isn't as much of that. I mean, obviously, there isn't as much going on now because of COVID. But, like, even before COVID, like, there was some issues with, like, lack of, like, sports engagement and stuff. And then, that kind of, there's like a combination of things that cause that. One is the advent of the internet, high speed internet, of course. The advent of technology, increased significantly. And it's just like, it's just a combination of things, really. Used to be where it's like, let's see, I think we went, no, we have not went to our idle room, I don't think. No, we have. It was Mom's bra. But it's interesting though. It's like growing up, there was like a lot of outdoor activity, traveling, a lot of just interpersonal connectivity. Just a lot of it. And nowadays, I mean, even before COVID, it's been like decreasing, and and with COVID now, it's like there's a lot less of it, obviously, but like there's been more of a push of a need to like make things more at-home entertainment and less like going out and engaging. Contagion. Well, we're on the topic of that a little bit. It's just kind of funny how that comes up. But like, there's some nostalgia when it comes to like, reminiscing back before, all that kind of took off, and then like, it was very simpler too back then for the most part. There wasn't as much, oversaturation of like things to do and stuff, so to speak. Probably because I'm built different, I guess. Okay, so we got the battery, which I don't think the battery will double the use of this current the space bar item. But it's nice to have in the future if we get the money for that. We might. Yeah, it's I mean things change. I mean like especially scouts too. Scouts like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. You know, trying to recruit more scouts to join the ranks and do all sorts of community activities, help the community out, all sorts of different ways. And now it's just like less of it. I mean, what's the point of, you know, scouting? They could just play my video games, you know what I mean? I don't know if we want to risk going in the curse room yet. Oh, it's Peep again. Hello, Peep. Peepy Peep. Come on, dead bird, get in there. So yeah, it's like it's interesting how quickly like society just changes with that kind of stuff. These trends used to be big and they're not so much. I would take Matchstick. Already had plenty of health. Oh well. Let's see here. Contagion's doing pretty good. Oh boy. Got a runner here. You know, similar with like how, you know, culture is changing, so is movies too. With the exception of like the recent series I finished with Rocky, including the other standalone movies, the Creed movies, they stayed pretty consistent for the most part with themes and things like that. I really enjoyed. It's kind of rare to like kind of see that. I did see the new Coming in America. I mean, it was alright, but it was really different compared to the first one. I prefer the first one over the second one. I mean, it's probably because it's just a classic, obviously, but it's also like, I mean, there's something different about cinema back then as opposed to it is now. It seems like with this new film, they were doing more cramming compared to like, you know, kind of a soothing, you know, smooth flow. We're out of keys. I mean, I've seen a handful of films, of course, but it's like, rarely do I see films, modern films, that kind of like pushes that envelope and it makes it like kind of unique of its own story arc. Sometimes you get certain themes, they're kind of similar. What we got here? Pointy rib, stabby time. Cool. I saw an interesting documentary last year from HBO. I think it was HBO. Talking about the technically not the 90s, because it was stretched as far back as the 70s. And it came to sort of a conclusion for the most part in the 90s, which had to do with the Heaven's Gate. And I thought that was a really interesting one. Kind of a rare bit of dull razor. We just got like 2 different razor items. You can see of our poor little donation machine, it's pretty much gone. It's pretty interesting. I've seen some interesting documentaries over the years, and it's just like they do some interesting techniques. Gold. Another good film I've seen that kind of took me aback is when I went to see Joker a couple years ago. Surprised me for a film like that. Like, I had my doubts at first, but then it was like, well, that's really interesting. And last year I seen Midsommar. I think that's how you pronounce it. I mean, I saw the unrated version first because, like, you know, the extra juicy stuff in it. And we need to stay alive. Oh, this room. These suckers can hit you with, take out a whole heart if you're not careful. Okay, we got some bonies. Then I saw the not alternative. Then I saw another one made by the same studio, Uncut Gems, which was pretty good. I liked it. Really fast paced and stuff. It was kind of hard to like keep up with everything for the most part. But like that was the whole intention though, purposely. It's that fast pace and uneasiness. And then, so what else I've seen? I've seen The Lighthouse. That was pretty good. That was made from the same studio too. Oh, miss another deal with the devil. It's okay, we got some extra health. I'm probably not going to go through the whole list of films, obviously, but like, there's quite a few I've seen. Some strange ones, some new ones, some quirky ones. They all have their own unique place in this universe. Oh, that's a haul. Let's get that before it... Oh. Another thing, too, I'm not used to this. It's like... I'm used to control, like, vibrating when you get hit. I'm using a keyboard for the most part. There we go. Yeah, the film industry is, right now is a little different with how things are with everything. More push for a streaming, and also like a increased price of buying it digitally and stuff like that. I prefer renting them. Like, I have Amazon Prime, which that helps. I mean, I have it mostly for like, you know, buying products and stuff like that without dealing with shipping for the most part. I don't use it as much compared to like streaming. I do watch some streams from time to time on there, of course. Streaming movies and shows, of course. I mean, they got some variety to an extent, but I used to be a big Netflix person. Seen all the Stranger Things episodes. And they're having another season coming up. I don't know when, but that'd be a surprise. We'll see how that goes. Not so much anymore. Um, and this contagion really works. As long as you have high damage and they'll chain all these enemies together. Oops. Oops. Didn't see the creep. There we go. That's interesting now, like, there's been a lot more push of, we're gonna have to use our sound card in the next room. Yeah, good thing, because, like, these guys. The thing about it is, like, there's so many varieties of streaming services, it's ridiculous. Okay, that's gonna help. We're gonna need a spirit heart pretty soon. Yeah, that'll work. And that's the thing, it's like, you got all these different variety of streaming services. You got like Paramount Plus, I think. Even you got your own television like network too, Paramount. And then you got like Peacock, which I think that's part of NBC. And then you got obviously got the big giants, Netflix and Disney Plus, which Disney Plus, they came out I think shortly before the COVID stuff happened. So they just got in there in the nick of time. Was it Cubely or whatever it's called, which was supposed to be short, 10 or 15-second video show things. That was short-lived. I didn't know much about it, but like, that was the thing, I guess. Man, what else? They have like just so many. And it's hard to keep track because like, someone did a calculation about like, how much it'd cost if you were to have all these services. Came up with a crazy amount. Now, there's also Hulu too. And then you got like, I think FX has one. Just different ones. Oh, AMC's got one. Maybe Warner Brothers. Okay, well, I say we take health. But it seems like it used to be, the big giants, Netflix versus Blockbuster, Blockbuster, I don't think they were doing streaming, but they were doing like the DVD and the mail thing, like what Netflix was doing. Netflix still does it, but it costs kind of a bit, and there's kind of a line with that for the most part. Plus, DVDs are kind of slowly being phased out a little bit. But now it's like we got all these new streaming services, all these different things. Can't make heads or tails of what's on there and what to enjoy and stuff. You even got free ones too. You can watch stuff like, what was it, Filmrise or something like that? Which they own certain little things you can watch for free. With obviously ads to watch, but like, they got some old stuff on there, and then I don't think they have any new stuff. But it seems like, I think, as these services are starting to split off, these big companies, away from Netflix, they're kind of taking their IPs there and then like getting rid of all the stuff from that platform. And that kind of complicates things a little bit for like the consumer, because it's like, oh, I gotta have all these services to watch all these kind of movies and shows. Granted, I mean, that's the way to make a profit, of course, is like put exclusively on your platform. And And that's how it is. I mean, games are kind of like that too, but not as much as what the movies are right now. Oh boy. Gotta be careful here. Oh, almost got us. Like, yeah, games, for example, the Steam sale, huh? Where we're Depths too, so it's not going to be really worth anything to us right now at this point. Let's see, that might be a free item or spirit hearts or money, something like that. Money, that's what I thought. Made a little bit of a profit here, so that might give us an extra spirit heart. Protect our deal with the devil. Let's see. I don't think sacks are going to be good enough. PhD. You know what? Why not? If we ran into some good luck up. Gotta say is like if we run into some good pills like balls of steel, then it's gonna give us a little bit of an edge. Oh, what can you do? Let's see here. The gaming industry is like they're not as like how I say exclusive to like certain stores as much as the movies, like I said. You got some that are trying to be like that, but they're mostly kind of branching out to these other like avenues. Well, time to be alive, huh? It's like you got so much variety of platforms you can go on for like movies and games. But you don't know what to watch and what to game and what you want to pay into it and how you want to pay into it and for how long and all that. Just a lot of factors. Just an overabundance of choice. Also, I just noticed we were just we got 48 not 48 laws. 48 hour energy. I was about to say 48 laws of power, which is a good book. Let's see what we got here. We could try blowing this up. We might be able to get pills or something. Oh, 3 bombs and a coin. That's not too bad. But yeah, it's like it used to be where it's like old television, you know? Whatever is on, we can watch it or whatever. Even the commercials. Even the commercials. These kids these days, they don't know. They don't know what it was like back then when you just had to deal with limited channels and commercials. And movies coming out on television 2 years after they are released. Well, that spider is like quick. We're kind of spoiled for choice for the most part. Heck, you even got like other, independent streaming services like Canopy and stuff, where it's more leaning towards like more independent foreign films, which is an interesting mix because like you can experience like different forms of cinema from other countries that do their own style. The whole avant-garde thing, you know. There we go. Let's see here. We'll take this, blow up this. That's what we wanted. I don't know about this. Flies? I'm not taking that. Cursed eye. Okay. Whatever. I was even in Horror Babylon state and I was doing well. Even though our damage is like kind of subpar. We got I think Incubus. Ooh, drowsy pills are not that bad, really. Let's see what we got here. That's the luck pill, right? Yep. This is going to be helpful for boss fight. Oh, why not? You know what? At this point, we're probably not going to get another trinket for a while. And this is going to help with our boss fights. So, yeah, it's interesting how how things are making a turn for choice. Just choices of just a bunch of stuff. It's crazy. You know, same thing with websites too. Is like you just got an over an abundance of websites you can just choose from to browse. You got groups too that you can go to and check out a lot of stuff. You know, find a different niche for whatever you're into, or find a group of people and meet up. It's crazy anymore. Like I remember when Pokemon Go was first coming out. I was doing a lot of that for a couple of years, and I thought it was a really interesting concept of going around and collecting Pokemon and going to Pokestops and going to the gyms. I haven't played as much anymore, but they've been doing some new things with it, I guess, over the years. Obviously, releasing more Pokemon from the other generations, and then they were doing more stuff with battle stations or whatever it's called, battle arenas, and then doing remote things. So you don't have to be like on site to do like special events, which I thought that's a kind of a cool concept. Because back then, when I used to played some Game Boy Advance and played like the Pokemon games, there wasn't really much when it came to like networking, like connecting the internet with the devices and doing like special events across the world. Like you hear about like these special events in Japan where you have to be there at the physical location to get these cards to unlock unique Pokemon berries and all sorts of stuff. Now it's like there isn't as much of that, and you can just be invited on, you know, the Switch or something. Crazy how technology's taken off too. I sound like a boomer, but you know, it's true. Despite living a short life, it seemed like you see all this technology just kind of taking off in front of your eyes, and you're like, "Jeez." You know, next 10 or 20 years, we're going to have even more of a choice for stuff to watch and see and do. It seems like as time goes on, though, it seems like I'm not as much like into like, you know, the choice of stuff as what I should be, I guess. Right, because I'm old-fashioned that way. Maybe when I was a kid, maybe if I was still a kid, you know, or a kid around this time, I'd be like, yeah, look at all these television shows I can watch. Look at all this movies and stuff I can watch. All these games. Just go at it for a long time, but it's like, nowadays it's like, I can't really get into it as much. Oh, Krampus. Good old Krampus. I might consider taking Krampus's head, but well, we might have to, because that'd be kind of a risk if I were to. Well, I have no choice because it's going to be a lump of coal. Okay, what we got here? Okay, no, we're going to have to grab that pill because I want to make the boss fight a little easier on the next floor. Ooh, that was a close one. You see that? That poop almost got me. You know, meanwhile, like VR, it hasn't taken off as quickly as like the other stuff. Probably because the technology is sort of new and it's sort of like there for the most part. Like I've done some VR stuff before, little things like like the Vader episode. Well, one of the episodes of Vader. We need to go back and get some health. Yeah, that'll be good. I did some one of the Vader episodes, a little bit of it. I even did the space station one, which is like the strangest thing. Cause like you're in this in between point where you're floating in the International Space Station trying to do all these tasks, and then at the same time you're standing while you're using controllers and moving your head and stuff like that with the VR, and it throws you off real bad. It was like the strangest thing. It's like you're moving but you're not moving. Like I mean you're doing that with other games, but like when you're floating in space while you're standing there, the same time it throws some stuff off. Oh boy, gotta be careful. This game's trying to kill me. Or I'm just bad with it. Okay, this is gonna be a little tricky, maybe. No, we're good. Same, we go up to the right, maybe. Okay, he's not too bad as long as he doesn't surprise us like that. But yeah, games and stuff. It gets tricky because like the hardware and the compactness of it, and trying to make it a balance of affordability and whatever. It gets tricky. I think over time, though, just like cell phones and stuff, it's going to take off. It's going to be much more advanced, obviously. This room's a little scary. Got some health, though. Man, we're getting some good luck with this health. Oh, yeah, envy. If we had Gimpy, we would drop in some more red hearts. Man, that just decimated him. Okay, now this isn't too bad. We just gotta be a little cautious. There we go. Yeah, I think there would be more of a push. I mean, obviously, there's been more of a push over the years, especially now, with more home entertainment. Couch potato entertainment. Let's see. You know what? Like, it's okay to an extent, I guess. I mean, everything in moderation, obviously, but. Ah, a little too late for that. We got a 9% chance deal. Do we have any luck with that? That's 1 in like almost 10 chance. Oh boy. Oh! Now it's like 1 in 400. I'd be impressed if it was 1 in 400 when we got it. Not as much as the lottery, but you know. Better chances. Better chances of getting struck by lightning. And these things, just screaming in mercy. Screaming in pain and agony. Alright, come on, some good pills. Okay, gulp. Tears up. Well, I'm max tears. That's not going to help much. Gulp might if we get another good trinket. Well, I should use it here, but whatever. Well, that's nice. Oh, you break on me. But yeah, it's like, and I had a discussion in a class before a couple of years ago about a theory I had was which you know, what if like these major industries decided to kind of wean away from theaters? 1 second here. And we are back. Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. So, let's get back into this. Gotta remember. Okay. Oh, Incubus. I had to remember. Okay. So. We got some decent health, decent stats for the most part. We just gotta... Oh, well. Gotta watch out for all this stuff. There we go. And then, ooh, that was close. Okay, there we go. So, anyways, going back with movies and stuff. Yeah, it's interesting how there's a huge trend with pushing all these different surfaces and stuff. So much variety anymore. And, yeah. Lots of variety. Ooh, that was close. Okay. So this gets kind of tricky. Because you got to swing around. Like you're trying to slingshot around a moon. Okay, there we go. So we're going to the next room. Take this down. You know, one of the biggest things too, you know, with heavily surfaces is getting kind of stuck in the trap, so to speak, with over consuming the material, you know, just kind of over relying on as a primary form of entertainment. And oh, there's a tin of rock back there. I gotta go back. Yeah, and it's good. It's a good to a degree, but it's like I say, you know, just you have to be careful with that kind of stuff. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, next one. Running out of health though. Oh boy. We need to get some more red hearts and stuff, or at least more spirit hearts. Can't fly, so I'll make things a little tougher. At least our damage is subpar. These troll bombs are crazy. And we're in a dead end. There's a bunch of homing enemies. We're gonna have to try to fight this maybe. We could bomb our way out, but I'm hoping we get something out of here. Oh, bomb. Okay. I do not see any tanner rocks. Alright, let's go to the next room. You're tempting, but then you're tricky. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we could potentially die here. Oh! Yeah, like I said, these troll bombs. Okay. Let me see here. So. Alright, let's try something here. Oh, that doesn't help too much. We could have played that bigger, but it's like, why at this point? I mean, it's dangerous. The why would be like, okay, come on. Oh, look at that. Savior. Saved our hash. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Man, getting like almost stepping on these spikes. Oh my word! Oh my Landis! Oh, we're hit. We're hit. Mayday, mayday, mayday! We gotta get him past that phase. We have some chance. Oh, didn't want to take all that damage at once. All right, we gotta make it to the threshold. Oh, he's rushing me down. Oh, what hit me? Oh. Oh, man, that was close. Get away, Isaac. Come on. Alright. I'm not gonna talk much, because that's gonna throw me off a little bit. Oh, we got it. We got it. I dare not walk back. That's too risky. Okay. Come on, chest. Give me, like, magic mush so I can fill up my cart containers. Or at least, like, extra health or something. Okay, that's nice. I don't know about that. Okay, that is, like, GG. Oh, my word. This came in the clutch, the damage in the last minute. Okay. So, we're not quite out of the woods yet, but this is a start. We get more chests. Good chest. Nice flies. I mean, to be expected. Oh, multiple dingles. Multiple poopers. Skid Row. Okay, there we go. Bombs don't help much. Power pills. That actually... Oh my word. What? Oh yeah, the soul. See where you have the soul, it pushes stuff. Pushes enemies. So that kind of defeats the purpose. Cyprin's Kiss. Now if we can utilize that, that's going to help. Since with good luck, we... Oh, in this room. Wow, that didn't do anything. Okay. A black heart at least. Come on. Wow. Nothing yet. Amazing. Wow, not a single one. Okay. I'm a little surprised. Oh my word. Oh my Lannis. Goodbye. Okay, somehow that's nice. Okay, that's gonna help with the last boss fight, or at least a tough room. This isn't... Oh boy. Isn't too bad. Just sneaky. There we go. Next room. Okay, this one's a little mean. A little meanie greeny beanie. Okay, here we go. Just sneak past them. I think we're good to talk about more... Oh, there we go, yeah. I think we're good to talk about finishing up this bit about consumption of media. But yeah, there's like alternative media for like independent films, which I think is really interesting and a really good way to like expose, you know, different generations and cultures to different unique films over the years. You know, both recent and old ones. Gives people more of an outside perspective of how like different film strategies do what. Like for example, I think it's the Italians. Their film strategy is to make works of cinema that they they make the scenes a little bit longer than usual. Normally, we're used to like, for example, like quick cut scenes for movies. Them, they're more than likely to make a scene a little bit more drawn out, so to speak, and that's part of a culture of theirs. And we got some more blackouts. And now it's starting to pay out. Oh, empty room, cool. So go over here, and yeah. So choice of films and games obviously is pretty good anymore. I imagine, you know, in another 10 or 20 years or so, it's gonna be like so crazy with like how much you could stream. Like what we think today, we think it's crazy now. As technology improves, it's gonna get better and better. So here we are in the last fight. You know, we had some sketchy turns, and then we just pulled it through. Right at the end, we were able to get like, you know, enough health, enough damage, and everything else, what we asked for. And I had a good game. It was pretty fun. Eve was a little tough to an extent, but we made it through. And there we go. So you like this video, just like, comment, and subscribe. So I'll see you later.